I'm Joe Robinson.
I'm Jesus Gutierrez.
I'm Erik Hrysyk.
I'm Kelsey Robbins.
And I'm Matt Fuller, and this is Learning Now in Barrington 220.
Welcome to Learning Now in Barrington 220. In this series, we're taking a look at learning in Barrington 220 from the student perspective. In each episode, we're highlighting a view from an elementary, middle, and high school student. Today's topic is coding. All students in Barrington 220 get an opportunity to participate in coding in Code.org Week, which takes place in the first week of December. Additionally, our elementary students get to participate in coding during their STEM rotation. Our middle school students participate during their Project Lead the Way classes, and our high school students can choose between 7 different computer science courses that offer coding. Well, I'm interested in hearing what different coding opportunities each of you have had. Can you share something you've done with coding this year?
This year I'm a part of a club called Girl Code, and we teach some of our club members how to code using BlueJ, and we can program other devices such as circuit playgrounds, and we spend a lot of time doing that.
Lately, I've been working on coding a Parrot drone to move around, just land and stay in the air and control its speed using coding.
Jesus, what kind of coding have you done this year?
I've done EV3 brick coding.
And what's that?
It's a robot that you program so that it can move around.
And what are some of the things that you've programmed it to do?
You build a claw to the robot, and then the claw goes down and it picks up the robot that it's picking up and brings it back.
Could you share your thoughts about what coding means?
For me, coding is a kind of language for robots.
For me, I like to think of coding as a subset of the English language. It uses the English language to give the robot rules it needs to follow.
Coding is a type of language where you can use it to make technology do certain things, and there are various different types of languages you can use. The one we use here at the school is Java, and we use that through BlueJ, and you can think of it as kind of vocab words that tell the computer to do different things that are specific to that word and action that you want the computer to do.
What are some of the things that you really like about coding?
I like coding because I think it challenges myself to try different things, and it's a fun puzzle to solve.
It's just something new and something that a lot of jobs can use.
I like coding because it's fun, and sometimes it can be challenging.
Could each of you describe your favorite coding experience?
So my favorite coding experience is Girl Code, which is a club that promotes women in STEM. And I really like it because I've learned a lot from everyone about coding, as well as I've been able to teach a lot of people about coding.
And Jesus, what has been your favorite part of coding?
My favorite part of coding has been the dash.
And what have you done with the Dash robot?
Program it to move block by block.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've learned in coding and how it's applied to your other classes?
I think through coding I've learned a lot about problem-solving skills, and I've been able to apply that to other classes.
For me, it helps me in other classes, like in math, because sometimes we have to measure how far robots go.
Barrington High School introduced one of the first iOS coding courses. It's called Mobile Apps. Mobile Apps allow students to use the Apple coding language of Swift to program their own apps for iPhone and iPad.
My favorite one would probably be where one of our apps was a variation of Mad Libs, where it's like you have a story and then the user fills in the words to complete the story.
I made a game called Tap-A-Mole, which is just your basic whack-a-mole type game, but with a few additional features that I just added, such as sound effects or music that was personalized.
My favorite app was probably my final app last semester was this game called O-Trio. Basically, it's extreme tic-tac-toe, where you have a regular tic-tac-toe board, but you have rings that go from big, medium, and small, So that was really cool because it was like an extension of the tic-tac-toe game we had made, as well as putting my own touch on it.
Well, these days I can't think of a single company out there or organization that doesn't have some sort of app that they use to run their business or their group. So as long as that is something that's out there where we know that there's a demand, we're going to continue to keep our programs up to date so our students can have those types of experiences. I'd like to thank all of our guests, Jesus, Erik, and Kelsey, for being a part of Learning Now in Barrington 220. And please remember to follow us on social media. And remember, in May of 2018, please answer our survey about how we can improve One to World in our schools.